Hello and welcome to For You. It's Reese and Laura, Dream Team.
That's right.
Today we're getting a new house together, right?
Yo, let's do that. And I want to play with Pangyo all the time.
We're finally moving in together. Dibs on the master bedroom with the ensuite.
Oh, okay.
Today's article is called Preparing to Move to a New House. Here's what to do.
Oh, there are lots of things.
Yes.
I think it's a lot of work.
You know, the first time I moved house or moved apartment was when I really realized, wow, I'm an adult now. Because there's so much to think of and so much money to pay.
I know.
So many people to call. Oof, it's not an easy thing to do.
You got to think about what you want to buy and decorate your home a little bit.
You got to call the moving people.
Exactly.
It's very difficult. Anyway, in today's article, we're going to see some people moving house or moving apartment and how they deal with that situation.
Right.
So let's get into it.
Reading.
Preparing to move to a new house? Here's what to do.
I can't believe we have so many things. It's going to take ages to pack everything up.
I know. I feel tired just by looking at it. Do you think we have enough boxes for everything?
I think we do. I made sure to get a lot of big boxes.
We seem to have many things we probably won't need in our new house, such as this ugly bookcase. We should sort through everything and throw away the things we don't need. We can get rid of this old cupboard, for example. It isn't very fashionable.
That sounds practical. It means we can pay less money to the moving company too.
Have you found a moving company yet?
Not yet. I think we should probably see how many boxes we have before calling some moving companies. That should help us to get some quotes so we'll know how much we'll need to pay.
That's a sensible idea.
So in today's article, we are introduced to Steve, who is our first character, and he says, I can't believe we have so many things. It's going to take ages to pack everything up. Well, the phrase to pack up here means to get all of the things that you need and put them into a bag or a suitcase or tidy them away. To pack up usually means to get ready to go somewhere or to get some stuff out of a place, like when you're moving house. Another way we can use this phrase or a similar phrase is to tell somebody to stop being naughty. My grandfather would always say this to me, pack it up, Reese, pack it up.
很有趣. Is this like British English?
It might be, yeah.
对啊，好可爱哦。OK， 所以一开始我们有一个主角啦，就是 Steve。他说：“哦，我不敢相信我们有这么多的东西啦。”这个在搬家的时候，应该大家就会很有感，也会说这样的话。他说要花很多的时间打包所有的东西。这里我们看到一个句型 ，It's going to take how long？ 可能1天、2天、30分钟 to pack everything up， 就是指要花上多少时间将所有的东西装箱哦。那在课文它是说 It's going to take ages, OK？ 那这里 ages 就是 a very long time， 很长的一段时间，这是比较口语的说法。所以像是如果你很久没有看到你的好朋友，就会说 Oh, it's been ages， 我好久没看到你了。It's been forever, it's been a long time， 都是一样的意思，就是好久不见。那 pack something up， 刚刚有仔细听 Reese 老师的说法，就是把什么东西打包。I hate packing things up when I move to a new place. Yeah. I don't think anybody likes it.
Nobody likes to do that.
对啊。
You'd also have to pack or pack up when you go on vacation too, right?
Oh,
you need to put your things...
That I'm okay with.
That's a good kind of packing.
对啊，我会开心 because I'm looking forward to the vacation.
Well, back to the article, and we have a new character, Layla. She says, I know. I feel tired just by looking at it. Do you think we have enough boxes for everything?
Oh, boxes. I got a lot of those when I was moving. 他说这时候我们有另外一个主角 Layla， 他就说我知道，我光是看我就感到很累。那这时候呢，他就问到一个在打包装箱的时候可能会有问到的问句 Do you think we have enough boxes for everything? 哎，你觉得我们有足够的箱子装所有的东西吗？
Yeah,
That's a good question.
You do need a lot of boxes. And
Exactly.
Sometimes I use cardboard boxes, but they're not so strong. Sometimes imagine you're moving some stuff and the bottom of the box
Oh no,
just
like
breaks.
a microwave or something. You gotta buy another one then.
Yeah, it's terrible. So I use big, stronger plastic boxes.
For sure. Oh,
Yeah, and I keep those. So the next time I move, I already have the boxes.
nice.
Well, back to the article, and it's Steve, and he says, I think we do have enough boxes. I made sure to get a lot of big boxes. So Steve used an interesting phrase here, to make sure. It's a verb phrase, and it basically means to check that something is right or correct. I could say, hey, Laura, please make sure that you lock the door before you leave.
你干嘛讲我下一个例句啊 ？OK， 我们来看一下 Steve 刚刚先说什么。他说，我想我们应该有足够的箱子哦。我确保要拿到很多的大箱子。You're very smart, Steve. 那 make sure 就是确保。I always make sure to lock the door and turn off the lights when I leave my house.
Very good.
Yeah.
We can also say be sure instead of make
对，
sure. So,
没错。
hey, Laura, be sure to lock the door.
Yes.
Well, back to the article, and Layla has something to say. She says, we seem to have many things we probably won't need in our new house, such as this ugly bookcase. Well, it looks like she's not a fan of this piece of furniture, this bookcase. Let's have a look at what that means. The word bookcase is a noun, and you might be able to guess what this thing is. It's a big piece of furniture that holds books. Bookcases can sometimes be the size of an entire wall. Many people have bookcases in their living rooms or bedrooms. The word case actually means a kind of container for keeping things inside. Instead of bookcase, we can also say bookshelf. It's pretty much the same thing. Here's an example sentence. I keep all of my books, CDs, and DVDs in the bookcase in my bedroom.
没错，这时候他就提到说哪些东西需要淘汰啦。他说我们好像有很多东西我们可能不会需要而且呢，他说他可能不会放在他们的新家。比方他要举例咯，像是这个很丑的书架。What if that's Steve's favorite bookcase? 对，或是他的 ex-girlfriend 送的之类的。I'm just kidding, OK. 所以 such as 就是在举例说，比如什么什么，像是呢I have too many things in my room, such as clothes and books, actually. 我有蛮多书。
Moving house is a good
对
opportunity
啊。
for you to get rid of some of that stuff.
对，要 declutter 断舍离。那刚刚提到的 bookcase, or you can also say a bookshelf, 就是书架或是书柜，它也是个名词。那有些书柜或是书架，它可能是定死的哦。So I couldn't move this bookcase. It's screwed to the wall. 它是被钉在墙上的那种。
That's a good idea because bookcases are heavy, and if they fall, it could really
like
hurt
an
somebody.
earthquake or something.
Yeah. Well, back to the article, and Layla says, we should sort through everything and throw away the things we don't need. Good idea.
That's very smart. Okay, so Layla 好像是一个收纳达人。她说，我们应该整理所有的东西，并且丢掉我们不需要的东西哦。We should sort through everything and throw away blah blah blah. 就是只要整理东西，并且将什么丢掉。Sort through something. 这里其中提到的片语就是整理哦。举例来说。Sort through the things you want to keep and throw everything else away. Yeah, you should actually sort through all the things that you want to throw away.
I try to do this pretty frequently so that my bedroom doesn't get so full of stuff, you know?
Ooh.
Like old clothes or books or, you know, things that you just don't use anymore. There's no point keeping them around. You can donate them or give them to somebody else or even
How
try to
often
sell
do you
them.
do these?
Maybe
Like,
every couple months. You know.
啊，你这么 organized.
Very organized.
Oh my gosh, okay. I should learn that from you.
Well, back to the article, and Layla has another suggestion. We can get rid of this old cupboard, for example. It isn't very fashionable. Layla sounds quite picky with her furniture.
I actually like Layla though, because I need a friend like that to get rid of all my unwanted stuff.
I feel like Layla and you might be quite similar, huh?
Okay. She's kind of mean.
So Layla said that this cupboard should go.
Ugly.
Cupboard is a noun and it's another piece of furniture. It's not too dissimilar from a bookcase. But a cupboard usually has doors, and you keep clothes or other stuff inside. Cupboards can also be found in the kitchen, close to the ground or up on the wall, and you might keep plates and cups and other things inside. Here's an example sentence. My little sister always hides in the cupboard under the stairs when we play hide and seek.
Oh, I love doing that. 这时候 Layla 开始要审美一下，她说举例来说，我们真的可以丢掉这个老旧的橱柜，它真的很过时很怂这样的概念哦。Cupboard 这里就是橱柜啦，或是壁橱的意思，它是一个名词，在哪里可以看到呢？ A kitchen cupboard 就是在厨房的碗柜啦。那如果像是那种就是内置的这个壁橱，可能可以放衣物啊，就是 a built-in cupboard。那像是我会放什么东西在 cupboard 里面？ I always keep a lot of junk food and instant noodles in the cupboard。泡面真的很好囤货。
The word fashionable is an adjective, and if you know the word fashion, then this word is probably pretty easy for you. Something that's fashionable is something that's currently in fashion. Something that people think is cool or looks good right now, and the now part is really important. Why? Because fashions change. So what's fashionable today might not be fashionable next year. Am I fashionable, Laura?
I think you are. I mean, look at you. You're so great looking and attractive. You can wear anything and still look great.
Thank you so much. But my clothes, I don't put too much thought into
对，
them.
我大概懂你的意思。
Here's a beautiful example sentence for you, Laura.
真的吗？
Laura always looks so fashionable. She really knows how to dress herself.
你为什么要我今天最邋遢的时候称赞我呢？
Look, even your mask and your hair match your
是
sweater.
不是？好啦，其实我就是随性打扮都可以看起来很 fashionable， 就是流行的、时髦的，它是一个形容词。那其实我们台湾人很容易用那个晶晶体说你很 fashion 对 fashion 其实不是形容词哦，应该说 you're so fashionable, so you cannot say you are so fashion. That's Chinglish. 所以举例来说，如果我要说现在迷你裙还很流行吗？这时候就不能说它还很 fashion 嘛，要说 Are mini skirts still fashionable these days?
Are they?
I don't know. They're always kind of like on and off.
In and out of fashion.
对啊 in and out.
Okay, well, back to the article, and Steve says, that sounds practical. He's talking about throwing away some things.
Right.
It means we can pay less money to the moving company too. Steve used a super practical or useful word here. The word is practical. It's an adjective and it means likely to succeed or be effective in real circumstances or feasible. Let's break that down and talk about what that means. Something that's practical is useful and appropriate to the situation. Here's an example sentence. It's not practical for me to go to your place first. Let's just meet at the restaurant.
OK. 所以这时候我们来看一下 Steve 他怎么说。他说这听起来很可行哦。但是他想到的是钱的问题 not like in terms of fashionable or not. 他说这样我们可以省钱 we can like save up. 我们可以付搬家公司更少的钱。那 practical 这个字有务实的或者是确实可行的这样的意思，它是个形容词哦。
Yeah, these two characters, Steve and Layla, seem to be quite opposite, right?
对
Layla cares more about the way that things look. And the fashion and the design, whereas Steve has a more logical brain.
Yes.
And he's thinking about the practical side of things.
Yeah.
Maybe opposites attract.
That's a good combination,
They work well together. Well, Layla has a question for Steve. She says, have you found a moving company yet?
哦，对耶，这时候Layla很好奇说，诶，那你已经找到你的搬家公司了吗？
Yeah, very important because if you've lived in a place for even a few years, you're probably going to have more stuff than you can carry yourselves.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Well, Steve has a response. He says, not yet. I think we should probably see how many boxes we have before calling some moving companies. Good idea because they have different sized vehicles or cars or trucks that can carry different sized stuff.
哦，对，所以他们先可能要估计看看到底他们会需要几箱，然后再打电话给搬家公司。
Exactly. Steve says that should help us to get some quotes. So we'll know how much we need to pay. Let's talk about the word quote here. It's an interesting word. The word quote here is a noun, and quote has several meanings. One meaning for the word quote is the exact words that somebody said. So if I repeat to you exactly what Laura said, I'm giving you her quote. But here in the article, the word quote is a bit different. It means the money that somebody says they will charge you for doing some work. A quote is not a final price. It could change before you make the final agreement. You might want to get many different quotes from different people or companies before you make a decision so that you can find the cheapest price. We use quote when we're talking about labor or building work, usually, like moving house. Here's an example sentence. The quote he gave me was way too high, so I decided to look for another building company.
所以 Steve 他是还没有先打电话给搬家公司，因为他也不确定他会有几个箱子哦。那他说等到他们确定的时候，他会帮他们，他这样可能会帮助他们，就是可能可以问到一个估价。那时候他们就知道要付多少钱。估价的英文或是报价的英文，我们可以用 quote 这个名词哦。Okay, it's actually short for quotation. Okay. 那举例来说 I always get a written quote for any repairs needed in case I get overcharged.
That's super
Am I
smart.
smart?
Very smart. Then they cannot change the quote.
真的。
Well, back to the article, and Layla says that's a sensible idea. She's talking about Steve's suggestion to get different quotes. Then they can save money. That is sensible. Sensible here is used as an adjective, and sensible means done or chosen in accordance with wisdom or prudence, likely to be of benefit. What does that mean? That means that something sensible is a good idea according to the situation. It's a smart and intelligent decision. It's the opposite of silly or stupid. Here's an example sentence with sensible. The teacher trusted Millie with being the class leader as she's the most sensible student.
Wow, okay. 所以再来 Layla 就非常的开心，他说哇 Steve 那真的是非常明智的想法哦，所以的确他们有点互补哦，个性有点大不相同。Sensible 这个形容词就是合理的、明智的意思哦，像是有什么呢？跟它常常搭配着用 a sensible answer, a sensible approach 明智的方法 or you could also say a sensible person 来形容人是很明智的。Okay, I'm going to give an example sentence. I heard there was a thief in the neighborhood. It was sensible of you to lock the door.
Yeah, you should always lock the door, but especially if there are thieves around.
That's right.
That is a sensible thing to do. Are you a sensible person?
I hope I am. I believe I am.
so.
我觉得我们算是不错吧。
Yeah, you're being very cautious of COVID, as we all should be. That means you're being sensible.
Yes.
Well, that's the end of day one about this article about moving house. Are you feeling stressed? Because I am.
I am.
I know how stressful it can be to move house. I do not envy Layla and Steve.
Nope.
Well, for now, let's go to our For You chat question and talk about this subject of moving house.
For You Chat.
So here's a question for you, Laura. Do you like the house you live in now, or would you prefer to move?
No,
Explain your answer.
I love the house I live in now. And actually, I live sort of near your area, so you know how convenient that area
It's nice.
is.
Yeah.
So I think, no, I don't want to move. And I actually, what's funny is like, I was living in another area before and I hated the house I was there. Yeah, so that's why, after comparing the two, I know how much I appreciate and love the house I'm staying right now.
So you think you'll stay there for a long time?
I think so. I've been staying there for 3 years now.
Wow, yeah. Moving can be very 麻烦, so it's good to find a place that you can really make your home, right? I also like the place that I live, although I think one day, because currently I have a housemate, I might like to move to an apartment or a house that's my own. That would be cool. Just me and Ponyo living together.
And I can go and visit you.
Absolutely. Well, that's the end of day 1. You guys can think about this question too. What do you think about the house that you live in? You are pretty young, I assume, so probably you don't have the choice to leave just yet. But maybe you could think about your dream home. Where would that be and what would it look like? Well, that's all we have. We'll see you tomorrow for day 2. Stay safe.
Vocabulary Review.
Bookcase. John had too many books, so he had to buy a new, bigger bookcase. Cupboard. After Jack finished washing the dishes, he dried them and put them away in the cupboard. Fashionable. Everyone thinks that Liz is very fashionable. She always wears the latest clothing styles. Practical. Sarah has a practical plan to get some work experience while she's studying at college. She thinks this will make it easier for her to get a job later. Quote. Ian gave a woman a quote for building her a new fence, but she refused it because it was too expensive. Sensible. It's not sensible for Maggie to spend so much time watching TV. She should be studying for her exam.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作。活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000、02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net